Hello everybody, hello, it's Matthew Street and welcome to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. And folks, it is time for another Beatles video. Yes, I've put out a bunch of videos that were not Beatles related, but you know, this is a Beatles channel overall. I mean, I do other music, but you know me, Beatles are my number one top dogs and always will be. And so I always come back home and I always come back to my love of the Beatles. So I said, hey, I want to do another Beatles video. And you might be saying, well, Matt, what sparked this other video from you? Well, folks, it goes back to the origins of this video, go back to 30 plus years ago, and I'll explain that in a minute. But what sparked me to take that trip back in time was just a few days ago in my local record store. I'm in my local record store, and up on the rack, on the nice shelf, you know how they put the good stuff up top, you know, higher where you can't reach it because they don't want you to wreck it, and, and all the junk's down below, but all the expensive stuff is up. Well, this wasn't too expensive, but I saw this up on the high rack, you know. I saw Unsurpassed Masters Volume 1 on the Yellow Dog record label. Who remembers this series of bootlegs, folks? Unsurpassed Masters. I'll show you the back here. Give you a little gander at that for a second. Folks, when I saw this up on the rack, it brought me back 30 years ago. And let me tell you a little story about this. First, let me show you what the vinyl looks like. Okay, and the deal was sold when I saw this beautiful emerald green vinyl, folks. Okay, I saw this and I said, I have got to get that. There's a label, Yellow Dog label. And it doesn't translate well, folks, but believe me, it's like an emerald green, a very vibrant emerald green. Really pretty vinyl. So when I saw that, that sold the deal. I said, I'm getting this thing. And it wasn't that expensive either. And I'm wondering if any of you have any information out there. Are these available? Could I get the whole series on vinyl now? And if so, if you have any ideas where I could get them, please let me know. You know, give me a little hint in the comments or something. But this one just happened to be in my record store, and there were no others in the series there. And I said, oh, I would really love to get this, you know, in vinyl, a nice collection. You might be saying, Matt, there's a million other bootlegs out there. I get it. I know. And don't they all have cute little names too, like Yellow Dog, and there's Black Dog, and there's Purple Chick, and there's Vigatone, and Spank Me Records. Spank Records has Beatle bootlegs, and Swinging Pig, that's a Beatle bootleg. Toasted Condor, Lavender Dude, Wasted Wanker, Swinging Chimp. Well, maybe those last few are not real, but the others are real, and they all have kind of unique little names, and I just found it to be so funny when you see some of the little names and logos of these old bootleg labels. Anyway, Yellow Dog, Unsurpassed Masters. Years and years ago, a series of Unsurpassed Masters on bootleg came out and just knocked my socks off, folks. I was blown away by this series. I collected it. Whenever I could get one, I'd go back to my resource, wink, wink, where I would get these things. And I think it took a total of 2 years for them all to come out in the series. Now, I know Yellow Dog has a gazillion releases. I get it. But for me, folks, when I was able to acquire these 7 CDs, Unsurpassed Masters, Volumes 1 through 7, this was the most comprehensive, the most detailed and extensive. The quality of the sound, the sonic nature of this set, it's just like, it's almost, to me, it's right up there with the anthology, folks. What do you all think? But I think the sound on these are fabulous. I love the sound. They sound great. So anyway, I think Volumes 1, 2, and 3 came out in 1989. I remember getting those first, so I'm going to show them all to you. Volume 4 came out in 1990, and I think 5, 6, and 7 came out in 1991. Again, all on the Yellow Dog label. And for me, personally, I've always felt this is one of the most notable series of Beatles bootlegs ever. A lot of great ones out there, I get it. I've got many more over here too. But this one was the first big one that I got. So I'm going to show you each one and let you check them out. So volume 1, CD, Unsurpassed Masters. Okay, it looks very similar to the album, but I would love to get the rest of these also, folks. Here's volume 2. I mean, I'll try to do my best with glare. You can freeze if you want, but I don't know how clear they'll come in. Just show you one label so you get an idea what the label on the old CDs looked like. I'm sure many of you remember these things. There wasn't much to the inside. There wasn't like a booklet or pictures or anything. It was, you know, pretty well done for its day. But it wasn't so much the packaging. It was the quality of the material that you received inside. Here's volume 3. Again, I'll do my best with this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you could always go to a, put in like Beatles bootleg reference guide or something. You go online in your search engine, you'll be able to look these up and you can see everything what's on all of them. Volume 4. Okay, again, I don't know how it's translating. Volume 5. Wonderful, wonderful stuff, folks. It's just, you cannot imagine. Picture a young, innocent Matthew Street 30 plus years ago when I was a young man. Volume 6. And getting this series, it just, wow. It just impressed me so much. It made me crave more. It made me want to get more unreleased Beatles. I mean, certainly we were treated to the anthology a few years after these. This is volume 7 again. We were treated to anthology, and that's a great thing, and I'm happy about it. But when these came out, it just showed me that there was so much more out there. And anthology only scratched the surface, let's be honest. And now we've seen in subsequent years, since these came out, so much material has been released and become available to us that it's just so uplifting to be a Beatles fan nowadays, because especially you new fans coming into the game right now, I mean, you've got so much great stuff you can be looking for and diving into. It's fabulous. And here we are looking forward to the Peter Jackson movie next year. There's always something new and fresh coming out when it comes to the Beatles to get all us fans excited. So I wanted to highlight that, and I think so that was Yellow Dogs 1 through 7 on their label. There was an 8th one called Beatles Unsurpassed Demos, which was Yellow Dog number 8. What this essentially is the Escher demos for the White Album. That's basically what they are, as you can see. I don't know how you can, if that's coming in good, but they're basically those demos, which now we have in really pristine condition on the White Album deluxe set, which came out a couple of years ago. So this is nice to have as a collectible. I'll keep it, but it's really kind of obsolete now. But in the sense that to get this whole set though, like all 8 of these, or even just the 7 originals, very expensive online, folks. I say good luck to you. If you want to try to get them, go for it. Or maybe you know somebody who can copy them for you or make them for you, but please don't ask me. I don't have time for that. But anyway, if you can get them through someone else, great. But they might be expensive. Maybe I'm wrong. But I went on a couple of websites recently just to do some pricing to see, hey, I wonder what my old set of Unsurpassed Masters are worth. And they were going, there was a couple of people charging in the hundreds of dollars for these things. So I don't know. I thought I saw one individual one, like volume 1 or something, like $44. Does that sound possible? Maybe so. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if they're worth that, but that's up to you. So anyway, just going into my little store and seeing this, it just brought me back in time. And I said, I remember those old days, going to Beatles conventions, going to places that sold Beatles stuff. Excuse me. And whenever I picked this up and saw it, it made me grab the old CDs and reminisce about the old days, getting those early Beatles bootlegs, and what fun it was. So that's it, folks. I just want to do a quick Beatles video about the Unsurpassed Masters series, see what you all think about them. Have you heard them? Do you have them? Do you like them? I think they're fabulous. I think the sound is wonderful. That's it, folks. And before I choke to death here, I'll say goodbye, bless you all, and talk to you soon. Take care.